As far as clients go, you have to understand that everyone is not going to like you. It's how you deal with it that makes you a pro or somebody that needs to go and find another career. There was this time I was hired to do makeup for an actress for a magazine that I worked with a lot. The magazine was Black Men, Today's Black Men magazine, and I worked a lot with the editor. He hired me a lot back in the day, and I really got a lot of my print work and my tear sheets from him. His name is Marcus Blassingame. He really trusted me, and he allowed me to be free. So he said, I have a big shoot with this actress. I need you to do her makeup. And I got so nervous, but I think I was almost nervous because the photographer who was shooting had also shot for Vogue. So here I am working with an actress and with the photographer who shot for Vogue. So I was like, oh my God, this is it. It's going to be great. So, here I am preparing my kit, buying all this makeup and getting everything together. I set the makeup up. The actress comes in. She looks at my makeup and she's like, I'm not going to use any of that. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, Houston, we have a problem. What do I do? Because she doesn't want to use any of my makeup. She was a little bit, I don't want to say mean girl-ish, but she was. She made it really hard for me to work. I couldn't work my makeup. And I was like, okay, well, can I use my brushes? They're brand new. And she said, you can use your brushes, but you can't use this makeup. My makeup artist doesn't use that, and I'm not using that. And I was like, okay. So I knew the shoot was going to take much longer than I wanted it to take to get her ready. So I did some damage control. So I said, okay, excuse me. I went to Marcus and I was like, this is going to be rough. She's not using the makeup. He was like, oh, she'll be okay. And I was like, how can he be so cavalier? Like, what do you mean? This lady's not letting me do a makeup. So then I walk over to the photographer who I just met. His name is Garth Akins. He's wonderful. I was like, it's just going to take me a little bit longer to get her makeup done because there's some issues. I didn't want to throw her under the bus. So I said, I'm going to have to figure out how to work with this woman. So I go over and I say, well, do you have the makeup that your makeup artist wants to use? I'll be more than happy to use that. She was like, oh, yeah. So she put out this makeup that he used and set it up. This is what he does. He does A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And I was like, okay, fine. Mind you, my hand was shaking. I was like, Tamara, control yourself. So what I did was I just kind of tried to diffuse the situation. I didn't want her to be upset. I know I was like feeling like this is going to be a big failure because it's very hard to tell an artist how to create their art. It's like almost like impossible for that artist to do a great job because now we're working as a robot and we're not robots. We're like, okay, I'm going to put the eyeliner on like this. We don't work like that. But in this case, I had to figure out exactly what she wanted because we needed to get this shot. So after 3 hours in a makeup chair and me doing her makeup and taking that long, let's sidebar, it didn't take me 3 hours to do it, but it took about 3 hours to get her to sit down and let me do this makeup. The makeup was done and everybody was like, oh, it's fabulous, it's great. And I said to myself, okay, I did a good job. Maybe she doesn't like it, but it's fine. After she shot, she walked over to me and she said, I'm so sorry. I've treated you so bad and you really, really held yourself up. I need to apologize. And by the way, my makeup looks amazing. And I was like, so, woo, child. So a lot of times, you're not always going to be what the client wants, but you just have to maintain your professionalism and, really have faith in yourself and knowing that you can get this job done by any means necessary.